to talk about what's happening with buyers and sellers and what they're thinking about. So today, because things are happening so fast and different things happening every day, I just want to say today's date, just in case you're watching at different times. Today is April 10th. So a lot of things happening out there on a day-to-day basis, but with today I wanted to focus on what I'm seeing with talking to many agents and buyers and sellers every day, what buyers and sellers are thinking, what we think will happen over the next few months and into the future, and our market here, specifically in Northeast Ohio and in Ohio in general. So first, buyers and sellers. I've talked to several buyers and sellers every day, and a majority of them, the first thing they ask is, the ones that are not already in contract, should I be buying or selling today? The first thing I ask them is, do you need to? Is it something that you need to move by a certain date? Do you need to buy or do you need to sell? Because there are still buyers and sellers out there right now that need to buy and need to sell, and those are going as best as they can if they're finding the things that they want to buy, and the sellers that are finding the buyers. So there's still action out there, because I also hear that from agents that have listings and buyers that are waiting, wondering if this is the right time. So I'll tackle both of those sides of things. So if you have buyers that need to buy because they're getting out of a rental, or they have to need to be in a certain area for a job, or they need to be into a certain city because they want their children to start a school, then you need to go out there and help them find that house, and of course safely and as virtually as possible. And we went over that in some of the other videos, and I help agents doing things virtually. Sellers, if you need to sell, if it's a vacant home and you're already out, of course, what's the harm that you can put it out now? But I also tell sellers that there will be more buyers in the future, in the next few months, when this is over, when I strongly feel there's going to be a pent-up demand for buyers and sellers out there all at the same time. Not at the same time, exact same time, because people are going to feel this is going to come out slowly. Is it safe to go out? It's not going to be like a wave of people all running in, but over a month or two period, or for the rest of the year, when this slows down with the coronavirus, I think there's going to be a lot more buyers and sellers out there that have just been waiting for the last month and will wait for the next month or two. So to answer that question, if you're buying, there'll be more houses for sale further out in months from now. If you're looking to sell, there will be more buyers out. But you have to look for your specific interest. Do you need to sell? Will it cost you more money? If you're making monthly mortgage payments on a house, and I want to wait for more buyers out in the market, but you already have thousands of dollars in payments, so the money you would have made by selling your house in a couple months, because there's maybe multiple offers, you're gonna may lose if you wait. Same with buyers. If they go, wow, I want to wait to see if there's more houses on the market, that could be good, but it also could be bad, because all of a sudden when you're say, okay, there's more houses to choose from, but now there's more buyers to compete with, multiple offer situations, getting into houses faster. So there is, bottom line, there's no crystal ball to know if waiting is 100% better or worse. But if you can, just for pure safety, try to wait. Try to wait so you don't have to wait on worrying about getting in and out of a house safely. Sellers, same thing. So another thing that sellers and buyers are worried about is safety in general. So I'll give you some ideas of what we've been telling our agents, and that you may have been seeing out there, is that there's ways to be safer if you have to work and you have to go out there. So what we've been telling our sellers with safety is what we're doing is what we call no-touch showings. So we're asking our sellers to, when they need to show their homes, open up the doors, open up anything outside of your fridge or your refrigerator or something like that, or a freezer, something that someone will have to touch to look into. open it up already so they don't have to touch it. So they keep that to a minimum. And then we request to our buyers, the buyer's agents coming through our listings, is please minimize what you touch. Keep an eye on your clients, educate them. So when my seller comes back into the house, they don't have to worry about, oh my gosh, what are all of the things that everybody touched? Also, we ask the buyer's agents of who's coming in the house. How many people? Is it one person, two people, three people? Is it a whole family? Limit that amount of people so you know who's coming through the house too. Also, on our listings, that are vacant, and then if you're watching this, if you have vacant listings, is in the past, I hate to say it, sometimes some buyers agents will make an appointment between a certain period of time, but because it's vacant, they might just, we're a little early, we're a little late, we'll go anyways, it's vacant home, but there might be an appointment scheduled already. And I'm seeing that happen. It happened about a week and a half ago to one of our listings. 3 sets of agents came to a vacant house, to one of our listings at the same time, even though they had scheduled appointments. Because we did them, we set up the appointments within a half-hour range, and those half-hour ranges could vary. So we've asked our agents to move those appointments to an hour time frame, so it gives people time. So I know it's sometimes inconvenient, but the one thing you can do to protect buyers agents from coming in your listings is let them know, remind them that there's other appointments when they're going, and they have to stick to their specific time and make sure they're in and out during that time so they're not coming across other agents, and that helping out with the safety there. So those are some of the things that we've come across. More than one buyer's agent coming across a vacant home. We've made sure that our sellers are also safe with no-touch showings. Also, trying to limit the amount of showings they have, because also when you have a seller, you want to know where they're going. You know what, make it convenient for them. Today, especially at nights, weekends with the families, usually they're out and about with kids, sports and events and dinner and things, and now they're home. So now it's more important for us as listing agents to be specifically helpful, asking questions, being concerned of where they're going, and also limiting the time those buyers agents are in the house, because sellers need to go somewhere and be someplace, and now those hour-long showings or 3 or 4 hours in a row of that, you might want to limit that a little bit quicker on initially first showings too. And of course, letting your buyers agents know that are coming through your listings what's happening with your seller, so they understand, and there's some compassion there, that if we stay in this house too long, or we wait to go over our time, they might put the seller out because they want to come home and feel comfortable coming back to the house. So be aware of that with your sellers. So setting up appointments is a little bit more work involved in caring about those buyers' safety and those sellers' safety. And that's what buyers and sellers are thinking. And that's what I'm seeing every day with talking to buyers and sellers on how they're feeling safety-wise, and should they be out there looking and selling their home. And last subject of the day, and I get this a lot every day, especially the last few weeks, is where we think the market's going to be. I have agents that I coach that are newer in the business, wondering. I have several agents that are in classes right now, or finished their classes, waiting to take their test because the testing centers are closed. Got a pent-up demand of realtors about to take their test. So where do you think the market is going? So I'll tell you the very positive things that I feel, because I have friends and broker friends and agent friends with Century 21 other companies across the country. There's certain things that we have here in Ohio and Northeast Ohio that makes us, I feel, in a better position when things like this happen in the world and in the economy than other places. Is number one, we're not the vacation capital of the world. We're not sunny tropical Ohio. So sorry to tell you that, or at least my opinion, we're a great place to live. That's why I'm here. I spend 95% of my life in a 5-mile radius for the last 49 years of my life. So, but we're not the vacation capital of the world, which means is that other places, Florida, Arizona, California, well, any vacation places that have ups and downs and people buying second homes and vacation rental properties, and that the economy might take a toll on those areas. But here we don't have to worry about that as much, in a good and bad way. We don't have that big boom in the market when the economy's well and people want to buy a second home. They're not coming to Cleveland, Ohio and having a second home. So that's one of those things. And then investments. They're overall the international. There's parts of the country, Florida, Arizona, California, Hawaii, where a lot of international buyers come in to buy properties because they want another home, they want an investment property, or they're doing some investment properties that they're fixing up and selling that are millions of dollars. We don't have an influx of a lot of international buyers. So the world economy is not affecting our market. We do have that here in Ohio and in Northeast Ohio, but it's not a big chunk of our business. And I don't see many agents that say, wow, all my buyers are international buyers, or all my buyers or sellers are vacation rentals or buyers and sellers. We don't have that. We do have investors. But the good news about those investors that we have, that I feel in our markets and in Ohio, are the people buying to fix up homes that are affordable. These are the average sale price in Ohio, $165 in the 160s. We're looking at where people are investing in properties that are affordable, that the everyday American can buy, and are in that price range to fix them up to a level of not luxury of houses where we're taking a $750,000 house and turning it into a $2 million house. We're turning into a $70,000 investment and selling it at $150,000 with some great improvements and fixing up the house, or turning them into rentals. With the rental market is great. So buying homes and fixing them up to turn into rentals. So that will always be there. I feel that will always be a demand for that economy, because those people buying those homes that the investors are buying are just, as long as they have a steady job and enough money for a down payment, and they have a need and a want to buy in a certain area for their family or their self, they're going to buy. They're going to do that. And then the other thing that's happening in the market too, that I see from articles and seeing and talking to other of my friends that are brokers in other cities like New York and California, and is that right now the mortgage industry and the mortgage is moving. What people are approved for, what the credit limits are, and one thing happened: the jumbo loans just kind of disappeared. The jumbo loans right now have pretty much disappeared. But the good news in our market in Ohio, we are a big percentage. We don't have a big percentage of our sales are in those jumbo loan categories. We do have a percentage of those, but we're not in an area in other parts of the country where a majority of their sales, the people need jumbo loans to get homes. So that's another good thing. So I'm telling you, the silver lining on what's happening that I've seen over 28 years of being in real estate and seeing what's happening compared to what we have in our market in Northeast Ohio and Ohio compared to other markets, is there is a silver lining for us being the Midwestern, down home, everyday, average American home purchaser area, which is a majority of our sales out there. That's the advantage we have over what's happening in the world and in the economy today. And then also all of the agents watching this that are new in real estate within the last few years or about to get their license, because I have a lot of agents about to do that. You still, doesn't matter where the market is. It's just the market, if you want to take, it's a big pie. It's a big pie that's out there. When the market shrinks or there's less buyers and sellers at a certain time in a certain market, that means there's still a pie. It's just a smaller piece, and you have to go after it and work harder to get those pieces. It's not going to shut down. There's still opportunities out there. Real estate, of course, I'm biased, is the best sales to be in. I love this business, and I know a lot of agents love what they do or they wouldn't do it. And you have all the opportunity in the world, no matter good economy, bad economy, interest rates, mortgages, the unemployment rate or not, is not, it doesn't, there's always a piece of our business that we could go out and get, and you can do it. So just remember that. So that's it for today. Hope that gives you a little insight of what I'm seeing and talking to the buyers and sellers, things to think about for the future. Remember, there's going to be a pent-up demand for buyers and sellers when this is all over, when it eventually is over. So stay in touch with your clients. Stay in touch with your sphere of influence. I know I'm going to hear it from my agents. I know I'm going to hear it from agents out there. About 6 months from now, I get those calls like, I just missed out on a buyer. I talked to them 3 months ago, said they were going to buy this year, and they already bought. They went online and called someone else because I didn't follow up with them. So continue to follow up with people. Remind them to call you first. Remind them to keep you in mind before they call anybody else or go online. It's all about persistence. It's all about staying in touch and reminding them to call you first, be their point of contact before they do anything. That's the key in getting the business first. All right, that's it. Remember, use me as a resource. Feel free to call, text, email me anytime. Happy to go over any ideas or thoughts and help you with your business. Have a wonderful day. Hope everybody's safe and healthy. And I will be having another video on Monday, and hope to see you online here soon. Bye-bye.